What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Travel and Disc Golfer channel. We are back at it filming again. I know it's been a little bit since the last video, but we are here at Roane County Disc Golf Park, also known as ROCO. But as always, you guys know I love giving stuff away. So we have a really pretty A2 little swirl action there. This is going to be the disc that we're giving away. All you got to do to win this disc is make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. That is it. We'll be selecting a winner here shortly on that. But as always, guys, let's hop in. Let's see what this course is all about. All right, so hole number one, going to be a long shot going over the water. Now, the water is down just because it's wintertime right now, but when it's spring to fall, pretty tough shot here. I believe it's like just over 300-foot water carry, maybe a little bit more. Now, there are bailout areas and whatnot, so throwing an octane over, and typically anything you can get anywhere on dry land is going to be great. There is a walking path and you just walk around it. There's a little bridge over there, but had a great shot. I was happy with it. And this is in the long position today. Some of these holes, they do have short and long baskets. Some of them they will move, but I was going to be opting to play all the long baskets. So you'll see where I will scan kind of the short basket and the long basket. So hole number two, I'm not going to be saying the footage because sometimes it is off with changes to the park. This is a little bit older, but this one is, as you can tell, there's a hill that you got to make sure that you get over. Lake is to the right, so you don't want anything leaking to the right, but ended up landing just past the short basket, and then long basket is tucked away in this corner. They have some old looking tombstones that kind of guard it. So hole number three, this one has both of the baskets in, the short and the long. Now on this one, it is a this tree right here is a mando, so you can't just throw over. I believe they're soccer fields or baseball fields that are up on that hillside. So I always opt to either throw a roller or forehand, but I finally got a tilt. A buddy of mine found one, so he sold it to me. Was really happy about that. Been a while since I have gone without one, but he got me one. So, but this one is just a big horseshoe. I've seen some people throw high turnovers, but that long basket is pretty tough to get to. The short one can be done. So here we go. Another horseshoe one. There's the short basket, long basket. This is going to be a true par 4 for the long basket. So you want to get out of this gap, whether it's a sidearm or turnover shot. The road can come into play, but typically throw something really overstable, you'll be okay. So ended up catching the guardian trees here. This is what, in my opinion, makes it a true par 4 for this long basket, just because of those trees. Make it somewhat difficult to get that approach shot if you're not in the right landing zone. So hole number 5, this one once again has a short basket, which was straight ahead, then a long basket. They actually moved it recently. It used to be over where that trash can was, if you kind of saw it on that time lapse, but the creek plays casual as far as my understanding goes. You do got to watch out for some walkers on that walking path. And on this, this new layout, there is a pretty cool hyzer shot there. You just need something that's really glidey to get there. But hole 6, another one has 2 baskets in position, one at the top near the road and then another one across this valley. So I enjoy working on turnover shots when I can, instead of always trying to opt to throw sidearm. But just missed the crash right into the hillside instead of getting all the way over. So just needed a little bit more height on that shot, and it would have been great. But both of those, a sidearm or a turnover shot, will work well. If you can land in this little valley area that I was at on my second shot, but on your first shot, that's great. Or getting all the way across is obviously always going to be better. But hole number 7, in the woods, there is a short and long on this one. They do have it in the short position. There is a hyzer route here. They do have, where those trees split. You can try to make sure you go through there. A little risky, but I prefer the hyzer route. I just missed that jump putt there. Now, during a tournament, the Iron Pig is one of the more popular ones they play here. They do a really cool temp for 7 to where it's kind of right there next to those trees. They'll play just a straight shot through the woods, but a lot of fun on that one. So hole 8, once again, they typically have a few different spots on this one, but they moved it back just recently to a longer basket position, which is really cool. So going to be following the hillside, a lot of trees right and left, so you want to make sure you follow the tree line. Try not to hit a tree too early. Road can come into play to the left where that red pole was at, so don't want to overpower your shot. I've seen people go out of bounds in tournaments and whatnot, so just got to be cautious of that. Hole number 9, you're going to have road right and then also behind the basket, but once again, you got a little gap here. There is a short pin position to where you can throw a big spike hyzer, kind of where the telephone wire was, or the electrical pole there, excuse me, which if that's in the short. And the long position can't really be done, so you just want to make sure you hit that gap. So here we go, hole number 10. Where 9 and 10 really are where they meet, they do a great job because it's right next to the parking lot, so you can play the front 9 or back 9. But this one, going to be splitting the gap right here. Pretty short gap, trust me. I've seen people hit it. I've hit it myself. The first available. So got to make sure that you're just confident throwing through there. So taking another par here. But this is, once again, in the Iron Pig, this is typically where they will place this one towards another just straight shot. That's a really, really fun shot to throw. And it's just a little bit past the tee pad. So hole 11, going to just mess up on that time lapse there for that drive. I apologize, but I did crush this drive. This is not out of bounds, but the road is not too far from it, so I almost did go out of bounds. But they do have 2 pin positions on this, one that'll fade left or one that'll fade right. So just all depends on where it's at. So here we go, hole number 12. This is a really cool one. I like this one. Just going to be just the way they shaped it, just something that'll glide, and then just a small hyzer if you're a right-handed player. There is a mando where this pole's at, so you can't throw over the road. And then there, you're kind of, there's that little yellow wire. Got to watch out for that on your drive. I've nicked that before. But I was really happy with this putt. This is another one that they did extend. So hole 13, this is probably one of the more famous holes here. It's either going to be a great fill-in shot for you off the drive, or you're not going to like it. So throwing a reactor here and ended up just turning it over just a little bit, and I'm so glad that it came back. I thought I was going to be losing it in the water. If the water was up, it would have been in the water. So I'm just playing it where it was. But just a pretty tricky shot, but I did get a lot of distance on this one. This one does have the short and long baskets in play, but I really enjoy the long pin position. This is another good par 4, in my opinion, because the sidewalk does play OB, so you got to be careful on your drive. And here we go, hole 14. This is just such a basic stock hyzer, or you can go straight at it through the tree gap. But for some reason, in tournaments, I don't know what it is. I'll always catch a tree or a branch or something. And I even smacked the tree, and I had no idea where it was, but I was really grateful that it didn't go spinning away or roll away. But I ended up hitting that tree right where I was at. So hole 15. This one has some cool plays. There's a few of them where locals will skip off the road. This is one of them that I've seen. Also, hole 6 is another one that I've seen where they'll play the skip shot off the road to the short basket, some even to the long. But here, they did extend it even longer, so they really put it all the way back in the corner. You can see the post there for a second to where the old long position used to be. Hole 16, this one has a few different gaps to it. This is another one where if you look at that V just to the right of the sign, I've seen people throw backhand through there, skip off the road. I've tried that one several times, and it does work. Really, really fun shot to throw. So, and then it's really pretty where this pin position is, just the little guardian trees that they have, making it difficult to get in there sometimes. Now, another tournament, I just wanted to do this one. Here's another tournament shot on 18, going from that bench over there, throwing across the water. And that is typically hole 18 to finish on in the Iron Pig. But that's one of my favorite temp holes that they have here. So hole 17, there is a Mando to kind of prevent you from throwing near 16. So you got to play basically that hyzer shot, or depending on what left arm or right arm, whatever it is for you. So just another stock hyzer. Hole 18 can be a tricky one just because of all of these trees that get in the way. It can be a tough line, so you just got to throw something pure. I'm throwing a Mayhem here, something that'll hopefully turn over. And it was end up catching a tree towards the very bottom, though. And one thing about this course is that it, depending on if it was a hard rain or something, that it can, a few of the holes will not drain that well, so it can be a little bit muddy. But there we are, tapping in for another par. All right, guys, so just finished 18 here at Roane County Disc Golf Park. This one, you know, is actually, when we lived in this area, was pretty close to our house. I'd ride my wave runner up to here, beach it, play 18, ride home. Fun time. So I was pretty used to this course already, but it definitely has a lot of cool lines in the woods. There's a few open shots, but mainly wooded. Gonna, you know, give you a lot of different looks. You get to throw a lot of different shots here. Totally worth it. Now, I know when they do tournaments, you guys saw in the video a few different ones. Those safari holes are awesome as well. There's even a couple that go deeper into the woods, so there is a ton of potential at this course. But even the original 18 that they have is still a lot of fun to play if you're wanting to work on your woods game. So check it out, Roane County Disc Golf Park. Take care.